Welcome to ETF TV News, your update on the latest issued exchange-traded funds and products. I'm Dan Barnes. Joining me today is Debbie Fuhr of ETF and David Botset, Head of Equity and Fixed Income Product and Strategy at Charles Schwab Investment Management. Debbie, David, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Thanks for having me.
Debbie, if we can start with you, can you give us an update on the latest products that were issued over the previous week?
So last week was pretty quiet. There were only 17 new listings from 13 issuers. 2 of them were fixed income, 4 were on crypto, so we're seeing a lot of interest there. 11 were equity, 3 were active, ESG, thematics, and 1 dividend ETF this week.
David, turning to you, is now a good time to invest in dividends?
At Schwab, we're really less about trying to time the market and more about providing great value products to investors to help them build diversified portfolios to help generate income. And that's why we think it's a good time to bring the Schwab International Dividend Equity ETF to market that we launched just last week. In fact, in the United States, there are about 10,000 baby boomers turning 65 every single day. We really think a product like this can help them build the income that they need in retirement.
It would be interesting if you could talk a little bit about the 10th annual Schwab ETF survey that you've done. What were some of the key findings?
One of the things we did this year that was unique, in addition to surveying ETF investors, we surveyed 1,000 non-ETF investors to get a sense of their attitudes towards ETFs as well, to determine what the future may hold for those that are not currently using ETFs. Across the survey, participants were ages 25 to 75 with at least $25,000 in investable assets. Of those 1,500 that we surveyed that are ETF investors, they've indicated that they've either purchased or sold an ETF in the past 2 years, compared to the 1,000 that are non-ETF investors. They have not purchased or sold an ETF in the past 2 years.
What other findings were kind of surprising to you in the survey this year?
Really, 3 things stand out to me: demand, generational usage, and how ETFs are used in portfolios. First, on the demand front, we see investor demand remaining strong. In fact, 94% of the survey respondents indicated that they're likely to purchase ETFs in the next 2 years, and that they expect ETFs will comprise 38% of their portfolios within 5 years, compared to 29% today. On the generational front, we're seeing millennials leading the way, but Gen Xers are close behind. Today, 29% of millennials plan to significantly increase investments in ETFs, compared to 23% for Gen Xers and only 9% for baby boomers. Finally, for the way they're used in portfolios, they've indicated that their primary usage is to actually help them diversify their portfolios. I think those 3 findings are particularly interesting.
Based on another study that I just saw from Charles Schwab, it said that 15% of investors in the US stock market were new in 2020, which is pretty exciting to see the growth on so many different dimensions. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Debbie, can you give us a bit more color on some of the issues that we saw coming out over the previous week, please?
So I mentioned that we've seen digital or crypto products. So we saw Ethereum, Stellar, Cardano, and Hashdex come out as new crypto products. Yeah. We also saw that Monday brought out a fixed income Paris climate aligned ETF, and iShares brought out an MSCI World and S&P 500 climate aligned. So we can see that ESG is part of what we see coming to market every week, as well as thematics. So slower week, but broad array of products coming to market.
Debbie, thank you so much. That's been great.
Thank you.